Hi folks, so I've been out and about today. I've been to the Tate Modern and the Festival Hall, and in the Tate Modern I've just done some videos of me dancing. One's 10 minutes long, another one's like a minute or so, another one's 11 minutes, and I've just been watching them back and I'm thinking to myself they're a bit boring, and I'm not sort of like dancing at my best, as it were. You know, I know I can dance a lot better than I did in those videos, and you know, the thing is that, like, it's the one thing that I can think of. It's the one thing in I'll say in my whole life. I don't know if that's absolutely true, but certainly, you know, the thing is that you know, me saying that I'm a good dancer, compared to, say, if I say I'm a good artist, or if I say I'm good at something else or whatever, I don't necessarily 100% believe those things to be true 100% anyway, and also I don't delude myself in thinking that I'm any great shakes at being an artist or anything else. Now, some people have said, like, yeah, my work's good. Some people are not that impressed. Some people are sort of like, no, not one way or the other kind of thing in terms of my art, and maybe a lot of other kind of things in my life. But the one thing in my life that throughout virtually the whole of my life, which has never come from me, because I always felt that I was mediocre or what's it, and I'm not saying I'm bloody Fred Astaire here either. I really don't. I'm not under any illusions or delusions that, you know, I'm the next Fred Astaire, flipping heck, or anything like that. Ginger Rogers, or the next Ginger Rogers, Ginger Rogers, whatever. You know what I mean? I know I'm not like massively brilliant dancer. Some people are a heck of a lot better than me, but in terms of, you know, being able to do something really fairly well, I feel that is dancing, and it's not something I wanted to make a career at, or something I had dreams of becoming, or something that I really aspire to necessarily. It's just something I really enjoy, and just something that, for me, is something that's just, I don't know, I can't find a way of explaining it right this minute. But the thing is that, as I said, the fact that I have that opinion to some degree at least is the fact that it's not ever come from me. It's come from lots of other different people. Like when I was younger, and I used to go to the odd nightclub here and there. And again, I wasn't a big nightclub person either necessarily, but I did go to a few here and there, and blah blah blah, whatever. And more often than not, constantly, people would come up to me. I mean, you know, of all places, you know, when you go to the gents and you're relieving yourself after a couple of pints of beer or whatever it is. And some geezer comes in and he's in the next urinal and he's going, "Oh, you're a really good dancer, aren't you, mate?" You know, and compliments coming right, left and centre. And not just in that sense, but other times as well. And that's been throughout most of my life. Wherever I've been dancing, whether it's been outside, whether it's been in a nightclub, whether it's been wherever it's been, people have always said, "Wow, you're a really good dancer. You've really got a sense of music, or you've got a really good sense of rhythm, or blah 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 blah." And like I say, this comes from all different people, all different walks of life, all different whatever. And after a while, you start to think, well, you know, are all these people wrong? Or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't know these people. They're literally strangers to me that have come up to me and seen me dancing and said, like, "Wow, I really like you dancing," or "It's really good," or whatever. So, like I say, I'm not trying to say that I'm, you know, a fantastic dancer. I'm not necessarily. And like I say, I've never taken it up as a career. And I mean, look at me. I'm a big fat blob, for crying out loud. I smoke. Do you know what I mean? That's not exactly what you call, you know, somebody that's really serious about dancing, say, shall we say. I mean, in the festival hall, for instance, down at the bottom end, there's a space you know, sort of underneath the sort of walkway bit there, whatever. Anyway, he might be in one of my other videos. I can't remember off the top of my head, to be perfectly honest with you. I think yeah, in fact there's one where I kind of point the camera down, you see those youngsters dancing. Now that space there, it seems to be always with young dancers in there. Youngsters, like I said, they're usually young people, and it's like they're rehearsing down there or whatever they're doing. I'm not sure whether it's an official space where whatever, I don't know what the connection is. I don't know whether they just come there because they're allowed to use that space, whether there's a pre-arrangement, whether they're part of some sort of ensemble that you know, puts on shows at that place or something. I don't know exactly what the connections or the reasons why they you know, seem to use that space as a practice space, perhaps. And I'm assuming that's what they're doing. Or they may just come there just for a bit of fun and just to whatever, I don't know. But you get a sense from just watching them that I think they're kind of practicing moves for something else, maybe somewhere, you know, and that's just a really good practice space, perhaps. And that the festival hall, the powers that be there or whatever, don't mind them using that, and maybe it's been a tradition for a long time. I don't know any of that, but as I say, I've been watching them today as well, and a part of me, and it's ego, it is ego, but a part of me wants to sort of like kind of show off a little bit and sort of like, you know, I might be getting old. I'll be 50 tomorrow, by the way. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'll be 50 years old, and the thing is that you know, a part of me kind of wants to show off a little bit and sort of like, hey look, I can dance as well, kind of thing. But then I felt really embarrassed, and also I must admit I didn't really want to intrude. I mean, it felt, or at least in my head, I kind of made it like, well, that's their space, that's their territory, if you like, and I was somehow encroaching or imposing on it in a way, you know what I mean? I'm an old fuddy-duddy and what the heck are you doing, sort of thing. I'm pretty sure that isn't the actual reality of the situation. Like I say, it's a public space. I'm sure anybody could use that space, presumably, you know, to practice dancing there or whatever, I guess. But that's kind of how I felt, and that's kind of like the conversation I was having in my head to some degree. But I did do a few moves whilst I was there, sort of thing, listening to my headphones and what have you, but I still felt very self-conscious, quite embarrassed, but you know, the thing is, I think part of me wanted some confirmation. I wanted, because those young dancers down there, they strike me as, I don't know if they're professional, semi-professional, or what, but they strike me again from the way they're dressed, from, I don't know, it's, I'm making a lot of assumptions, admittedly, but I think some of those assumptions could quite well be correct, because it strikes me that they're fairly serious. They're not just Saturday night ravers or something. I think they take what they're doing to a much more serious degree, if you like. Do you know what I mean? To me, dancing is just something I'd love to do, and I don't see it as a career or anything like that. I don't see it as a serious thing necessarily. To me, it's a sense of release, and I just really enjoy it. It's the most freest. It's the most least self-conscious I feel. Weirdly, well, no, actually, no, I'll tell a lie, actually. When I think about it, if I'm doing it in a public space and there's people watching me, no, I still feel self-conscious, but I think the difference is that it doesn't stop me. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I was doing something else and I suddenly became extremely self-conscious, I might shut down and clam up and just want to get out of that situation. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like that sense of like, the floor open me up and swallow me kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I've been in lots of situations like that, and it can shut me down. Do you know what I mean? That anxiety, that fear, that self-consciousness, that sense that everybody's looking at you. But when I'm dancing, I might still get all of those feelings. But there's another part of me that kicks in that's kind of like, do you know what? I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Because look what else is happening as you're dancing. Do you know what I mean? You're releasing a lot of pent-up negative stuff. You're releasing a lot of angst and anxiety, fears. They're all being released. as I'm dancing, and as I'm getting lost within that rhythm and within that music. I get lost and I disappear, and I let my body and my feelings just do their own thing. And as that's happening, that part that's like feeling really, really self-conscious and like, oh, everyone's looking at me, oh, they think I'm an idiot, oh, you know, all that negative, what's the name, that's in there that really wants to put me down and all the rest of it, gets ignored essentially. And this other part of me that starts saying, well, hang on, well, yeah, okay, yeah, people are looking at you, some people might think you're foolish, some people might think there's blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. None of it matters, because at the end of the day, look at what you're getting back. Look at what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Because you're starting to free yourself of all of that negative stuff. You start to free yourself of it all, and you start to feel so much better about yourself, about the world, about everything else. Do you know what I mean? And that's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing, I just love it. And I guess that's another reason why I love to dance. Do you know what I mean? I love to dance because it makes me feel that way. And like I say, all my cares and worries kind of fly out the window for a little while at least. And the fact that, like I said, people have said I've got a good run. And when I look at it, and when I see myself sometimes, if I see myself in a mirror or a reflection or whatever sometimes, or like I say, when I watch myself back on a video or whatever, I actually look and I think, do you know what? I can't really deny what people have said to me. Because the thing is, I look at myself and I think, like, blimey, yeah, actually, I have got some moves. Now, like I said, I'm not Fred Astaire, and I'm not flipping, you know, I'm not flipping Ginger Rogers. But, you know, I can move, and I have got some rhythm, and do you know, it's, and I guess, I don't know, it's a balance, if you like. It's that balance of like, well, I'm not making a complete fool of myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not completely without any sense of rhythm or sense of what's, you know, the music and so forth. You know, I'm not completely lost, you know what I mean, and caught up in oh God, I look like a complete moron or whatever. Because there's that sense that actually, yeah, no, you can move and you can, what's them, and this interpret. You know, that's another thing about dance as well. In some ways, you're interpreting what the music is saying. You know what I mean? As you move your body, you're interpreting what that piece of music is saying. I mean, because that, again, when you think about it, and again, this is just my little opinion, people can shoot it down and say it's wrong, is that basically all forms, almost everything that human beings do, almost, you know, one way or another, is a communication. It's all about communication in a way. We're communicating lots of different things to each another and to whatever else is out there. Do you know what I mean? We communicate all the time in lots of different ways. And the thing is that, you know, art is communication, dance, music, writing, even mathematics. You know, even if you're a professor or a scientist or whatever, you know, you're still communicating through, you know, the language of maths, if you like. Do you know what I mean? So that's, all of it is communication. So in some way you're communicating things. I mean, they reckon, what is it? I think, I'm not sure of this. This might be, again, I may have misquoted this, but I think it's something like 90% of human language is non-verbal. So a lot of it is your body language. And apparently we're very attuned to picking up each other's body language, and we do it again on a level that, you know, it's sometimes it's not necessarily conscious. Do you know what I mean? We pick up on these cues from the way people are, and what's then. There's a thing in psychology called mirroring, where you know, especially from babies, children, you know, and babies, they mirror what their parents do. As a way of learning about the world, about themselves and so forth and what have you. And so they tend to mirror the behaviours of what the parents do. And like I say, I'm talking like in terms of like, you know, like when you know, you stick your tongue out at a baby, or whatever, or you, well, I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I have no idea. I've never reared children, so I don't know. But you know, or you do that hide and seek thing. You know what I mean? The child will, you know, copy that behaviour at some point. You know what I mean? Maybe not there and then, but at some point possibly. But anyway, like I said, or smiling. The simplest thing of all, smiling. Now, you know, the parent smiles at the baby smiles back. You see? So, anyway, like I say, so it's all communication. And it's all about communicating with ourselves, communicating with other people, communicating, because like I do believe that there is stuff out there that we don't fully understand what it is. So there are other energies, other forces maybe, I don't know. I don't subscribe to any particular, let's say, faith or religion or whatever, but I do believe there's much more to this existence than just physicality, if you like. Do you know what I mean? There's much more to it than that, I think. And it's stuff that we don't fully understand, or maybe we'll never understand. I mean, at some point, maybe we'll get to the point where we will be able to understand it. But, you know, who knows? Do you know what I mean? I mean, right at this minute, you know, there's stuff that we can't quite comprehend or understand what was going on. Yeah, God blimey, I ended up turning this into a sort of really deep philosophical discussion here, but try and bring it back to what I was saying about dance. And I love, like I say, I really love dancing. And it's just so enjoyable. I really love it. You may notice I'm being slightly distracted at the minute, or you may have not noticed, but I am being distracted because if you've seen my house, you know that my house, my kitchen's directly in front of me. My kitchen door is always open. Very rarely close my kitchen door, just because I can't. I'm lazy. I am lazy. I am lazy, or I can be. I'm a human being at the end of the day, and rather than continually opening and closing the door, I wedged all my doors open in my house. My bedroom door, the bathroom. Well, the bathroom door doesn't close on its own, so that can either stay open or close. That doesn't really bother. But the living room door, kitchen door, bedroom door, I basically have them all wedged open because it just saves me having to continually open the door, close the door. I know, it's really what's them, isn't it? You know, how lazy is that? So I can just walk straight from my kitchen, from my living room, straight from this chair, straight to the kitchen, without having to open the door because the door's already open. Oh God, what am I doing? Anyway, so the thing is, because of that, I can see directly out my kitchen window. Even though it's got a net curtain on it, but I can see straight out. And there was two blokes hanging around near the front there. One had a high-vis jacket thing on. And I'm not sure what they were doing or what they wanted or whether they wanted specifically to... I have no idea, to be perfectly honest, but they've gone now. But it was distracting me because I'm kind of like, who are these guys? What do they want then? Have they come here to see me? Is it like... Because they look like workmen. Do you know what I mean? Because he's got the high-vis jacket thing on and what have you. I don't know. Maybe they work for the council and I don't know. To be honest, I mean, there's nothing due to be fixed in here or anything necessarily. Although there's a couple of things that could do with being fixed, but you know, they're not like really urgent need being done or anything at this moment in time. So anyway, God, I am just waffling on again like I always do. Right. So, didn't intend to go off on a tangent there and talk about that. But see, yet again, I have to bring myself back to the main subject. So yeah, dancing. As I say, I love it. It really helps to release a lot of negative stuff. And like I say, those kids, they're doing their thing, and I think, like I said, they are obviously much more serious about it. To them, it's probably may even be a career for them at some point, or maybe they're at dancing college or whatever, or I don't know, the dancing college or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they are, maybe they're not, maybe they're just with a dance troupe, or I have no idea, obviously, but I do get a sense that they take it far more seriously than I just use it as a way of releasing what I need to release. Because that's the other thing with me. I say I like dancing, and I do, I love dancing, but it has to be my dancing. Do you know what I mean? I have to do it the way I feel I need to do it. If you try to teach me a particular dance, as in the foxtrot or That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Can't think of any more contemporary ones at the minute off the top of my head. But you know, if you were trying to teach me a particular salsa or whatever, yeah, if you were trying to teach me a particular dance style, I'd probably really struggle with it. Do you know what I mean? I just, do you know what I mean? You tell me, right, move your left foot to this and then twist and do that and blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? I'd really struggle with being able to cope with that. I might be able to master it. Well, when I say master it, I mean not become like really good at it necessarily, but I might be able to do it to some degree after a little, well, maybe after a very long time of trying to practice and do it. But that's the other thing with me, see, I don't stick to things either. I'm very terrible for starting stuff and never finishing them. I've got better over time, and I tend to try and finish things that I've started now more than I used to. But I'm still quite bad at it, to be quite honest. It's like that painting in there. I've got my painting that I started months ago. I've not even put the brush to the canvas yet. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just sat in there. It's like at the moment, you know, and again, I've got beyond the point of trying to force myself to do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it. And at the end of the day, at some point, hopefully, when it really takes me, and I think to myself, do you know what? I really want to do this painting now, and I'll do it. Because the point is, if I try to, well, I could. I mean, sometimes maybe it's a good idea to force myself. Because sometimes I've done that where I've made myself paint even when I didn't really want to necessarily, and by the end of the process actually knocked up a really good piece of work and really enjoyed it. But that doesn't always happen, so you know, I don't know. I will get round to it anyway. So I think I've waffled enough. I just wanted to have a video today that at least hopefully people will want to watch, perhaps. You see, I'm still not managing to get anything really exciting done at the moment. I really want to. Yeah. You know, anyway, right, I'm going to leave it there because this is waffled on and off. And right, okay, so catch you guys later. I'm going to put up the dancing videos. I hope you enjoy them. If you don't, sorry. I will try and do something a bit more exciting. I'm determined to, for my sake as well, because you know sometimes I like to watch what I've done as well. You know, because like you know, especially if I go somewhere that's quite somewhere I like, somewhere enjoyable. You know, a historic monument or a flipping whatever, or museum or whatever. You know, I like to watch it as well. I want to watch something interesting instead of some guy sat waffling on about God knows what. So anyway, the thing is, I am definitely going to leave it here. Right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. I've only got the one channel, but who knows, maybe at some point in the future I might start doing a daily channel. No, maybe not. I don't know. Because I work, it's not necessarily going to be that feasible. Well, maybe. Anyway, right, definitely. Otherwise I'm going to be here all night, and so are you. Well, maybe not. You guys have got a choice. I haven't. I've got to be here. Oh dear, sorry. Right, see you guys later. Bye for now.